Hello, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to Storytime with Mr. Ross and Archie the Owl. My good friend Archie here is ready and willing to help us out with some new fun stories today. So, Archie, what do we have going on today? You said I'm wearing something different. I mean, yeah, I am. Thank you for noticing. I do like this sweater, and... Oh, you said that was the hint. Okay. Oh. Huh. Interesting. We're gonna read stories about my sweater today? Archie seems disappointed in that, but at any rate, I suppose we'll go on ahead and sing our opening song for now, and, you can guess at home, and then we'll go over our stories in just a moment here. So, let's get started. Our opening song is The More We Get Together. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Yay! All right. Awesome singing, everyone. That was great. Yeah. So, I guess they're not stories about my sweater. So what are the stories going to be about? Oh, they're about sweaters just in general. Okay, I see. That makes a lot more sense. You said they're about ugly sweaters too. Okay, wait, Archie. Did you just call my sweater ugly? Okay. Well, it's not, so. All right, here's our first story, though. And this one is called Lester's Dreadful Sweaters by K.G. Campbell. So let me just go ahead and show that to you right there. And Archie's gonna head on back, settle in for a fun story. Cousin Clara's cottage was consumed by a crocodile. Luckily, Cousin Clara wasn't in it. Upon hearing the news, Lester disapproved. Cottages, he muttered. They aren't meant for munching. He added crocodiles to his list of suspicious stuff starting with C. Then he checked that his socks were even and combed his hair. No one knew exactly whose Cousin Clara was, so she came to stay with Lester's family. She was little and frilly and came with a basket of knitting. I added crocodiles to my list, Lester assured her. At first, everything went well enough. Clara didn't make any unsavory noises or rearrange Lester's lost and found collection. All she did was sit and knit. Clickety-click, clickety-click. One morning she said, "I made you a sweater." And Lester thought, how kind. Oh, that was nice. Until he saw it. It was shriveled yet saggy. It had holes where it shouldn't, and none where it should. It was less than pleasant yellow, and smothered with purple pom-poms. It was dreadful. "Say thank you, Lester," said Lester's mother. "Thank you," whispered Lester. "He'll wear it to school," said Lester's father. Oh yeah, he seems thrilled about that. Lester's day did not go well. Mr. Twist didn't compliment his carefully combed hair, which he always did. And Enid Measles made a less than pleasant remark. Ugh. Later, Lester's sweater was discovered in the laundry, all stringy and shrunken. What a mysterious accident, said Lester. Oh, not to worry, said Cousin Clara, and she kept on knitting. Clickety-click, clickety-click. The next morning, there was another sweater. This one was covered bits it shouldn't and didn't cover bits it should. It was an irksome pink and dotted with oddly placed upside-down pockets. It was ghastly. Don't you look handsome, said Lester's mother as she handed him his lunch. Lester's day went worse than the one before. Mr. Twist didn't notice his nicely knotted tie, which he always did, and Enid Measles said several irksome things. Oh no, poor Lester. Later, Lester's sweater was discovered in the yard, shredded by the lawnmower. Huh. Well, it's an inexplicable tragedy, said Lester. Oh, never mind, said Cousin Clara, and still she knitted. Clickety-click, clickety-click. The next sweater was repulsively pumpkin, uncommonly crooked, and had a hideous hood. It unraveled in the rain and got washed down a drain. The next was an awful olive and had alarmingly large buttons. It was packed to pieces by several outraged ostriches. It's weird how these sweaters keep getting into trouble. Really weird. Then there was the terribly turquoise one with several unexpected sleeves. It got stolen by ne'er-do-wells. It seemed that as fast as she could knit them, Cousin Clara's creations were doomed to disaster. I have curiously bad luck with sweaters, Lester explained. Well, luckily, said Cousin Clara, I'm a curiously speedy knitter. That night, long after bedtime, Lester could hear a frantic clickety-clickety-clickety-click. Uh-oh. At dawn, he arose to the bone-chilling sight. In the parlor loomed a woolly mountain of cruel colors, appalling polka dots, frightening stripes, startling tassels, and things with 6 fingers. Oh no, wailed Lester. Enid Measel's party is today. Uh-oh. How's he gonna fix this? They found him crouched amidst the remains of grimly dismembered garments. He clutched a large pair of scissors, and his hands were covered with red yarn. Lester's parents said some loud and angry stuff. Lester said he was sorry. Cousin Clara didn't say anything. She just smiled and held up another sweater. Dun dun dun. Uh-oh. This one looks really silly. When Lester arrived at Enid's, Mrs. Measles said, "Oh, you must be with the clowns." "I'm doomed," Lester explained, "to a life of dreadful sweaters." Lester disapproved of clowns. "Noses," he mumbled, "are not for honking." Oh. Honk. But the clowns liked Lester. Hey, we love your sweater, they told him. You don't think, gasped Lester, it's dreadful? Oh, the feathers and feet, said the clowns, are super cute. Would you, asked Lester hopefully, like your own? There are more, shrieked the clowns. By now, said Lester, there should be tons. Follow me. Maybe somebody wants the sweaters after all. On seeing Cousin Clara's freshly knitted collection, the clowns went nuts. So stylish, they cried. So fresh, so inspired. Oh, stop, giggled Cousin Clara, knitting away. Clickety-click. We'll take them all, declared the head clown. Can you make more? Cousin Clara, Lester assured him, is a curiously speedy knitter. On the spot, Cousin Clara was offered a job knitting for the whole troop. Aw, that's great. You seem to love the sweaters. Does your act, asked Cousin Clara, involve crocodiles? It didn't, but the position did include a fanciful caravan of Clara's very own, so she accepted the offer and packed up her knitting. Won't you, asked the clowns, miss your family? I'm not sure, said Cousin Clara, if we're even related. That's true. They don't know whose cousin she actually is. After everyone was gone, Lester discovered a honking nose and a left-behind sweater. It was a gruesome hue of maroon and had itchy, ill-fitting bits with bells. Lester eyed the garbage can. But then he carefully cataloged both things and added them to the lost and found. Just in case, he murmured, I ever become a clown. Well, it's good to have a backup plan. And that is the end. Yay! Woo! All right, so Archie's gonna hop right on over here and take this one down. So I think it's about time for us to get started with our song for today. And Archie's asking me, don't we have another book before the song? Well, Archie, today we only have 3 books. Archie? Are you okay? I think Archie's a bit shocked at the moment, so it might take a moment for him to be okay. Yeah, it's just, some of the books are a little longer today, so we figured 3 was a good number, and Archie said I better never do this again. All right, well, we'll see what we can do, Archie. But in the meantime, let's get started on our song, shall we? I guess Archie's decided to resign himself to, yes, doing so. So we're going to sing a song about winter, since all of our stories are about sweaters today. And our song today is called Snow is Falling All Around, and it's sung to the tune of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So follow along as best you can. We should have the lyrics on the screen as we go. Snow is falling all around, falling, falling to the ground. I catch snowflakes on my tongue. Building snowmen is such fun. Snow is falling all around, falling, falling to the ground. Yay! Good job. All right. Do we want to sing that one more time? Snow is falling all around, falling, falling to the ground. I catch snowflakes on my tongue. Building snowmen is such fun. Snow is falling all around, falling, falling to the ground. Yay! All right. Woo! Okay, so let's get started with our next story, shall we? Let's see here. Our next story has a tiger in it. I don't know what tigers have to do with sweaters, but let's see here. Oh, some of you might know this particular character. This is Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, and we're reading No Red Sweater for Daniel. But he always wears a red sweater. Interesting. Well, Archie's gonna fly on back over here. And let's get started. It was a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and Daniel Tiger was playing make-believe. Quack, quack, said Daniel as he waddled around the living room in his pajamas. It's time to get dressed, Daniel, said Mom Tiger. We have to pick up a package at the post office. Okay, said Daniel. That's silly. Playing duck is fun, though. Daniel went to his room to put on his favorite red sweater. But when he opened his drawer, his red sweater wasn't there. Where was it? Daniel looked high. Daniel looked low. Daniel looked everywhere he could think of. But Daniel's red sweater was gone. Uh-oh. Oh no. What's he gonna do? My red sweater is gone, Daniel said to his mom. It isn't gone, said Mom Tiger. It was dirty, so it's in the wash. But I want to wear my red sweater. It's my favorite, said Daniel. Daniel was upset. Well, why don't you wear a different sweater? Asked Mom. I always wear my red sweater, said Daniel. If I don't wear it, then I won't be me. Yes, you will, said Mom. Yeah, but it is his favorite, though. I mean, how do you replace that? Okay, said Daniel. I'll try wearing a different sweater today. I'll wear my blue sweater. Daniel put on his blue sweater and looked at himself in the mirror. Wow, he said. I look different. You look a little different, but you're still Daniel on the inside, said Mom Tiger. Daniel smiled. Come on, said Mom Tiger. Let's go to the post office. I mean, I think it looks good. It's a nice sweater. Trolley, please take us to the post office, said Daniel. Ding ding, went Trolley, and off they went. As they rode, Daniel and Mom sang together. Well, that's nice. As Trolley rolled along Main Street, Daniel saw Prince Wednesday and his mom. Oh, can we go say hi? Asked Daniel. Absolutely, answered Mom. Ding ding, went Trolley as Daniel and Mom Tiger stopped in front of Dr. Anna's office. Oh, yay. He saw a friend. That's cool. But when Daniel saw Prince Wednesday, he looked different. Prince Wednesday, you look different, said Daniel. You're not wearing your glasses. You look different too, said Prince Wednesday. You're not wearing your red sweater. My red sweater was dirty. My mom put it in the wash, said Daniel. Where are your glasses? Oh, I was spinning around and my glasses fell onto the ground, said Prince Wednesday. Dr. Anna is fixing them. Okay, yeah, that can happen sometimes. Daniel and Prince Wednesday decided to do something that only they knew how to do. Their super secret song and dance. Shooby shooby shoo, they sang. You're still the same dancing Prince Wednesday, said Daniel. Prince Wednesday giggled. You're still the same singing Daniel. Shooby shoo. Woo. Daniel looked at all the glasses. He imagined what it would be like to wear glasses. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's so many different kinds. I like the sunglasses. I think those look super cool. Just then, Dr. Anna came out of her office holding Prince Wednesday's glasses. Here are your glasses, Prince Wednesday, said Dr. Anna. They're all fixed. Thank you, Dr. Anna, said Prince Wednesday as he put his glasses back on. I can see everything clearly again. Well, it's time for you to go to the post office, said Mom Tiger. Okay, bye, said Daniel, and he and his mom walked along the street to the post office. Well, that was a nice little visit. That was fun. At the post office, Mr. McFeely handed Daniel a package. It's from Grandpierre, said Daniel happily. Daniel opened the package and found a new red sweater. Well, would you like to put it on? Asked Mom. Daniel thought about it and then shook his head. No thanks. I kind of like my blue sweater and I want to keep wearing it today. And Daniel wore his blue sweater for the rest of the day. Oh, well, that's nice. That was also a nice gift, too. Did you ever have to wear something new? What was it? I looked a little different in my blue sweater today, but I learned that I was still me on the inside. Ugga mugga! Well, that was fun. And that is the end. So, yay! So, I don't know, Archie, would you like to wear a sweater? Maybe we'll have to get Archie a sweater one of these days. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll figure it out. So, Archie's really excited now, but we do have one story left. Yes, because I don't have a fourth one. I don't think Archie's going to let me forget that. But our next story here is one called Extra Yarn by Mac Barnett and illustrated by John Klassen. So, there we go. And Archie's going to settle over here by his friend Ralph, and we're going to get started. On a cold afternoon in a cold little town, where everywhere you looked was either the white of snow or the black of soot from chimneys, Annabelle found a box filled with yarn of every color. That's neat. So she went home and knit herself a sweater. And when Annabelle was done, she had some extra yarn. So she knit a sweater for Mars too. But there was still extra yarn. Wow, there's a lot of yarn, huh? And when Annabelle and Mars went for a walk, Nate pointed and laughed and said, "You two look ridiculous." "Oh, you're just jealous," said Annabelle. "No, I'm not," said Nate. I don't know. Is he jealous, though? But it turned out he was. And even after she'd made a sweater for Nate and his dog, and for herself and for Mars, she still had extra yarn. Whoa. There was a lot of yarn in that box. At school, Annabelle's classmates could not stop talking about her sweater. "Quiet!" shouted Mr. Norman. "Quiet, everyone! Annabelle, that sweater of yours is a terrible distraction. I cannot teach with everyone turning around to look at you." Well, Then I'll knit one for everyone, Annabelle said, so they won't have to turn around. Impossible, said Mr. Norman. You can't. I don't know. I mean, she's got a lot of yarn, it seems. But it turned out she could. And she did. Even for Mr. Norman. And when she was done, Annabelle still had extra yarn. Wow. He also looks really surprised. Like, okay, fair enough. So she knit sweaters for her mom and dad, and for Mr. Pendleton, and Mrs. Pendleton, and for Dr. Palmer, and for little Lewis. Wow, everyone's getting a sweater. She made sweaters for everyone, except Mr. Crabtree, who never wore sweaters or even long pants, and who would stand in his shorts with the snow up to his knees. Oh, no sweater for me, thanks, said Mr. Crabtree. So she made Mr. Crabtree a hat, and even then, Annabelle still had extra yarn. Wow. Also, I know people like that. She made sweaters for all the dogs and all the cats and for other animals too. Soon, people thought, soon Annabelle will run out of yarn. But it turned out she didn't. So, Annabelle made sweaters for things that didn't even wear sweaters. Also, I don't know, that bear and rabbit look familiar. Where have I seen them before? Things began to change in that little town. Oh wow, all of the town is wearing a sweater. The buildings and everything. News spread of this remarkable girl who never ran out of yarn. And people came to visit from around the world to see all the sweaters and to shake Annabelle's hand. One day, an archduke who was very fond of clothes sailed across the sea and demanded to see Annabelle. Interesting. Little girl, said the archduke, I would like to buy that miraculous box of yarn, and I am willing to offer you $1 million. No, thank you, said Annabelle, who was knitting a sweater for a pickup truck. The Archduke's mustache twitched. $2 million, he said. Annabelle shook her head. No, thank you. $10 million, shouted the Archduke. Take it or leave it. Leave it, said Annabelle. I won't sell the yarn. And she didn't. So that night, the Archduke hired 3 robbers to break into Annabelle's house. And they stole the box and took it to the Archduke, who set off across the snow and sailed over the sea. That's not very nice. It's not nice at all. Back to his castle, the Archduke put on his favorite song and sat in his best chair. Then he took out the box, and he lifted its lid, and he looked inside. What do you think he's going to see? His mustache quivered. It shivered. It trembled. The Archduke hurled the box out the window and shouted, "Little girl, I curse you with my family's curse. You will never be happy again." Wow. Jeez, he took that hard. But, I wonder where the box is going. Oh, hey, it came back. It turned out she was... Oh, wow, she did it for the whole tree. And that is the end. Woo! All right. So, let's see. Archie's going to put that one away and fly on back over here. Okay, Archie. So, are we ready for our final song for today? Yeah, okay. So this one is called The Itsy Bitsy Spider. So sing along at home best you can, and we're going to get started. Okay. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Yay! Good job, everyone. Okay, so in the meantime, let's see here. Oh yeah, that's right. Tomorrow we have a special treat for you. On Crafty Kids, we're going to teach you how to make your very own ugly sweater, right? Doesn't that sound fun, like the ones Lester had? So, in order to make one, you're going to want a base sweater or sweatshirt or something like that. And then, honestly, you can use pretty much whatever you want. But we will tell you what Sharon used. And so things like a garland, bows, felt, pom-poms. She did use hot glue for this. So if you're making this at home, make sure you're making it with an adult, okay? Again, the adult needs to be the one using the hot glue because that is very, very dangerous. So, yes. But otherwise, though, we hope you have a great rest of your day, a great rest of the week, and we'll be seeing you next week. Bye-bye.